Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to SimplePlanes, where I finally come up with a solution to my old nemesis, the USS Beast and its two destroyer bodyguards. Or at least I think I have. The idea is that we built a boat by making these sections buoyant. Yay! And with that, we're gonna get into the water, sneak up on it without locking on, and then sit next to it and blow the ever-loving bejesus out of it with guns, missiles, and rocket pods. It might work. So, starting off from Wright Airport, let's go into chase view. I've got our three small propellers on the back. They don't move us very fast on land, I must admit. But that's not the point. They're to get us safely off the runway and into the water. And failing that, they're to launch me off a cliff and into the water, where I can use the cheaty little restart here button. See, what I've done here is use some hinge rotators to move the actual propellers slightly off to the side, as well as some fins, which give us a slight bit of turn. They are actually vertical stabilizer wings, using the yaw control to turn them. Can we get... Oh, hang on. I should have gone for the less steep bit. I may actually have to use power to... Oh, crap. Obviously, using power helps me to steer more, because the vertical stabilizers only really get a lot of steering usage when we're going very quickly, and the propellers only give me any steering when they're on. But we're into the water and that's fine. And retract the wheels, because we're not going to need them now. And skid. It does have somewhat of a tendency to veer to the left wildly, but that's just the way things are. Oh well. Now, since this is not a very fast vehicle, as you can probably tell, and the USS Beast is quite some distance out, hokey dokey skip. And we're back again. We've taken a bit of time closing in, as you can see, a bit of time being long enough for the sun to go down. I did say it was a slow thing, and I'm very, very, very glad I can cut that out now. But we're closing in, and we are now a mere 1.8 miles away, although I don't want to lock on just yet, because the sooner I lock on to them, the sooner they lock back onto me. So I want to sneak up to them, like this, looking completely unarmed and unsuspicious, so that they don't know I'm going to kill them. And then once I get about a mile away, I want to start locking on, fire off my two big missiles, my Inferno air-to-ground missiles, or sea-to-sea in this case, and switch to my rocket pods and start blowing hell out of them at very close range, where it's too close for them to get missile lock on me. That's the plan anyway. Okay. And switch to rocket pods. Oh, bugger. Ah! I've been hit! No! It was just one bullet. Surely I'm okay. No? No, they got me. Oh! One crack shot was all it took. No! Right, well, to save myself from doing all that again, I'm going to use the rather cheesy restart here button. Although, of course, they're not here anymore, are they? Chase view, so I can see which way I'm looking. I think if I use my lock on, yes, they are a mere mile and a bit behind me. Alright, boost up power again. Locked on a little bit too soon and let them get a lock on me with... Well, didn't manage to get a lock on me with their missiles, but all it took was a good gunshot to get me. That's fine. I'll get you this time. Okie dokie. How far away? 1.3 miles. Still slightly too far out. Come on. Oh yeah, let's bring those wheels in. We're in the water now. Let's not have the wheels out. We don't need them. Lock onto you. Okay. Switch to cockpit view. We've hit the destroyer twice now. Want to get nice and close to the beast. Okay, don't hit it, don't hit it. Okay, no, 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 no. No, don't want to get hit, don't want to get hit. Don't lock on to me. I don't want that. Okay, they didn't manage to lock. Miniguns, miniguns. I think they tried to shoot at me and I got one of their missiles. Aha! I've taken down one of the destroyers with the guns. Yay! I must have hit a vital point. Okay, and now back to take out the beast. Don't hit it, don't hit it, don't hit the beast, don't hit the beast, don't hit the beast. Ah! No! Nudges! Restart here, let's try again. That was a little more successful. They are not far away now. So, third time's the charm, chaps. Let's get missiles launched. Rocket pod in. There's one missile. And 2 rocket pods hit. Let's turn it round. Oh! Oh, that was a very good shot. Third time's not the charm. Let's try fourth. Okay. Missiles off first. Then rocket pod. Okay, so the missiles from overhead just don't work by the looks of it. But that's fine, because I can just keep going round with the guns and the rocket. See, this is what I meant to do. I think we sunk one. Yes, we did. Congratulations, me. Yay! Okay. No, no, no. No, 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 no! I've done it again. Once more into the breach. Okay, fine. We'll take out the beast first. Or we won't take out the beast first because we'll get shot to ribbons if we aren't moving fast enough. Never mind. Okay. Let's get moving. Okay. Not hit the... okay. Better driving. Better driving is the key. And it's daylight again, where I can see stuff. In fact, I tell you what, rather than doing that, let's let them pass a bit, shall we? Rather than powering straight into the side of the... No, now we need to not. Okay, we can bounce off it, that's fine. Oh, no, 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 no. I've done it again. I've done it again. Once more. Ah, come on. We can do this. We can do this. Switch to rocket pod. Okay, you see this is fine. Can do this because the whole idea of this is that we're going to go around the outside and drift round them like we were a racing car or something, and not get too close to the prow of the ship before it runs us over. That would be bad. And now we need to find some way of turning harder and then not overcooking it, and then slowing ourselves down and getting back towards them faster. Okay. And that's the destroyer gone. Turn it round, turn it round, turn it round, turn it round. No, 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 not into the beast, not into the beast, not into the beast. Into the beast. Once more. Into the fray. Retract the landing gear. This is very hard to steer. Okay, so we're moving fast enough for it to not be an issue now. And that's 8 rocket pods into the beast, which might take it out. Maybe. Okay. Dance around the destroyers, try and avoid the shots as much as possible. In fact, we're kind of using the beast as cover from its destroyers. See, I can totally do this. Just unleash round after round into the destroyer. Oh no! They shot me again. Not again. Right, fine. You're mine now. You first. Maybe not. Just stray bullets. I think I need to be moving faster. Oh no. No. I restarted all the way over here. No. Maybe the sneaky approach wasn't the best approach. Once again, you have bested me, old nemesis. For now. I will return, probably, with something new. How about this? I mean, this might do it. Sack the missiles. The guns evidently do damage. What about lots of guns? Moving very quickly. It's worth a try. Come on, take off. Good. Good, we've taken off. Okay, and how are we for flight stability? Not bad, not bad. And this is a lot less tedious. We're actually going to get there in the daytime today. Let's switch to cockpit view so we've got a better aim on this. Even if we can't really see. Do. Okay, nice and low. Too low. Not being able to see has its disadvantages. Once more into the fray. Probably. Off we go. Taking off in soon. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Okay. Get ourselves nice and close to the water, but not too close. Don't die. That would be bad. Let's make sure we're going the right way. We are. Quite nicely balanced, this plane, if I do say so myself. Should probably aim for one of the destroyers first, actually. Rather than the beast, because the destroyers shoot back. So getting rid of those first seems like the better idea, really. Then again, good ideas, not my forte, apparently. Come here, you little bastard! Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, that's the water. That's not what I meant to hit. Okay, maybe that. Not the best idea for hitting targets that are in the water. Because I have to get too close to them. Unless I treat it a bit like a dive bomber. That could work. If we get up really, really high and keep an eye on the ships in the water and dive down on them from a great height and then mess up their day, that could do the job. So upwards at a sort of 60-degree angle, about 400 miles an hour. Nice and far, nice and quick. Yeah, 10,000 feet ought to do it. Okay, 11, 12. Okay, 13,000 feet. That'll do fine. I can see you down there. Down there. There you are. Beast and your compatriots. Okay. Let's dive in. Couldn't pull up hard enough. I think we sunk the beast, though. Mostly by crashing into it, admittedly. But I think that'll probably take the beast down. Not either of the destroyers, though. Gun thing. Also not working. And this is something entirely new that I've built. It's got a sort of turret system based on the one that the land ray thing I built has. You may have seen that in previous videos. Originally it was just going to be small. It was sort of based on an old artillery train, but then I had to add massive stabilizer training wheels because it kept falling over, as one might expect from something almost as tall as it is long and not very wide. And this... well, you'll see. Okay. So, this is a quick test. I'm probably not going to hit our target first time. But let's get... whoa! Okay, slow it down, too fast. Let's get facing the right way. I can see the beast out there on the horizon. Okay. Cockpit view. And mouse's joystick. Aim slightly upwards. Missile on. And... detach. No, missile did not go far enough. Wasn't aiming high enough. Well, restart here. We're aiming roughly the right way. It is designed for massive damage. Perhaps... Oh, no, didn't mean to actually move. Hang on. Perhaps if I just aim upwards. Okay. Hang on. I think we're aiming sort of the right way. Maybe a little that way. That seems about right. And... missile engines on. And fire! Warhead is loose. Now, whether it'll actually hit its intended target or not is a matter for debate. I can see it in the distance. That little speck there. We've not aimed it right. No, that's hit the water. Bollocks. Restart here. Okay. Whoops. Aimed down instead of up. I'm going to have to restart from scratch, because restart here will restart me in the air all the way up there where my cockpit was, not revert me to a few seconds ago. Okay, well, if we get a little bit closer... Oh, no, I meant to not turn yet. If you think the control on this is bad, you should have seen it before we put the stabilizers on. That was something to behold. Yep. Yep. Okay. Using the chase view, it looks like we have that aimed about right. Switch to orbit view so we can see what's going on. Brakes are on. Power's up. And loose. Warhead is gone. Okay, off we go, off we go, off we go. I've no idea what the actual range on this thing is. Whether it's anywhere... There it is, there it is, there it is. There it is. That looked about right. Damn. Okay. Let's try that again. Warhead is loose. Okay, that should be aiming in the correct line now. Off we go into the distance. We may have just overshot by, like, even the smallest fraction or a long way. I've no idea. But that's the correct line, so we'll see if the distance is right. Ah, the distance was not right. I am shamed. Ah, well. I did test this briefly beforehand, in fact. And I'm gonna use it again. So, on to... Jaeger Airport. Now, here, I was using it for another testing purpose. Okay, I should probably actually use the chase view to look at where I'm going. Let's see if we can replicate the feat we pulled off earlier. Let's get ourselves on some vaguely stable ground. Vaguely stable, aiming the right way. Okay. Cockpit view. Aim slightly up. That was not up enough. I was really hoping that was going to fly further. So, restart, try again. Chase view. Turn the vehicle round. Get into a slightly better position. It's easier to aim from a shorter range, as one might expect. Turn it round. Aim it. Oh, I don't want to do this at night. Turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. Okay, there we don't quite go. That's fine. This thing has aim. I have internal controls. That aren't very good. Restart here. Okay, let's be a slight cheat here. Restart here. Because the cockpit is actually on the back here. Crap. Crap. No. Brakes. Brakes. Stop. Don't fall. Okay, well the thing is, we've not stopped per se, but this won't help because... Damn, 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 damn. No. No, that just hit the water. Okay, once again, into the fray. Okay, view from behind. Let's move up the road a bit. Then we can be a bitch about this. Do-do-do-do-do. Going down the road like a normal car train thing of ridiculous size. Covered in bomb jet rocket things. Too much bomb jet rocket thing. Very heavy. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Let's see if we can't break the bridge from here. Okay, yep. Turn, damn you. Turn. No. Fine, we'll have to go up this way a little. A little. Okay. Let's aim up a fraction. Rockets up. No, that's dropped. But it's coming back up, but it's going the wrong way. This is quite difficult to aim. It's enormous, but it's very, very, very difficult to aim. Come on, back up. This thing is surprisingly maneuverable, just horrendously difficult to maneuver with any kind of precision. But it can do all sorts of fun maneuvers. Like up the bridge, come on, come on, yep, up the road, up the road. Okay. And now to get rid of the bridge. Yep. I'm going to fire this down the bridge. Cockpit view. And aim it that way. Power up. Oh, no, that was meant to hit further along the bridge. I mean, you can see that it certainly does enough damage to collapse the bridge. It's got 8 of the big Boom 50 bombs on the warhead. But the idea is to hit this from range, not from so damn close. But, well. Ice base assault. Let's see if we can do that one with the warhead. Wait. Ice base assault is the one where we start in the air. Crap. Well, I tell you what we can do. Let's be a cheeky pain in the... Whoop. Pause. Here. Restart here. No. Also restarted travelling sideways at 514 miles an hour. Not so great. Really not so great. Okay. Change location again. Let's try Avalanche Airport. Because that... Oh no, I changed the chase view. Bugger. Aha, that seems alright. Ah! Okay, the long way round. We'll go the long way round. Go up the side of the mountain. Find the missile base. And blow it up. Okay, up this way. Yes, up off to the right, damn you. No! No spinning. Less spinning. Less spinning, please. Okay, upwards is not a thing we can do. Not here anyway. Too slidey. Unless we go the long way round. No, too slidey. Still too... Very too slidey. Well, at least we get a nice view of the island from here. Hey, I think the missile base is over there somewhere. If I do this right, I can blow myself up into optimum position. Restart here. Aha. No, that is bad. That is also bad. Nope, that has lagged me into a bad position. Restart here. This is less bad. Although quite why my shadow is where it is, I'm not sure. That's a very funky long shadow. All due to the time of day, I'm sure. Which way up am I, and why is it... Ah, okay, it's because all of my training wheels, which aren't powered, were on the ground when my main wheels were not. And now, I've gone full power into a river. Well, at least I have a way of getting myself out. No. Oh no, all the bombs were just disabled when I went into the water. Oh. Didn't even explode like they normally do. Fine. I'm going to take a pot shot. I think the missile base is that way somewhere. Okay, power on. And watch the launch in glorious slow motion to show you the crazy majesty of what did I build. It's literally 4 J-50 rockets, some fuel, and quite a lot of bomb. Soaring off into the sky. Is it gonna... It's not even gonna get over the mountain. It's just gonna hit the mountain. Great. Great. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, it's not as long range as I hoped. That's a problem I will have to solve. I have some ideas, and maybe I will implement them next time. In the meantime, I'll blow up your satellite dish out of vengeance. So, mouse has joystick, because then I can aim not quite so high. Power on. Glorious slow motion enabled. And wait for it. Just as we start to, basically, just as the rockets get to full power, they'll start to shift the whole vehicle. There we go. And as soon as it starts to do that, we know it's ready to loose. Ish. Sort of. Don't drop too far, please. Come on. More power. More power. Off the ground. If it clips the ground, it'll just slam into the ground. I want you to hit the satellite dish. Please. No, it clipped the ground. Ah. Okay, slightly higher it is. Power on, power on, power on, power on. Unleash. That's more like it. And you can see shrapnel going in all directions. Although I think we hit at the base of the tower. In fact, I'm not even sure if they are destructible scenery. I'm going to try and hit it direct in the middle of the dish and see if that does anything. In fact, oh! Wrong button. Wrong button. Okay. Well, from this angle, I'm probably actually just gonna... hey, hey, hey. There you go. There you go. Hit the top of the dish. And it's nice how it changed the angle of the explosion and turned the dish temporarily black. But no, I don't think it's actually destructible scenery. If I've hit it with that and it's not gone down, it's probably not destructible. Because that, as you can see, is a considerable portion of my vehicle. Well, it was worth a try. And now, onto what I actually built this for. You remember the massive guns on the front of this thing? Stupid looking thing I tried to dive bomb a boat with before? Well, yeah, there's actually a valid reason for me building this. Sort of. Which I now get to show to you. Power up. That main reason, in fact, is that bullets kill missiles. So, it gives me a fighting chance against the missile towers over yonder. Also, the other issue with the missile towers over yonder is that they have lasers which destroy my missiles. Yep. So I can't actually use missiles to do a great deal to them. So I'm gonna have to wiggle around a bit and try and destroy their missiles with bullets. That's missiles getting destroyed by bullets. Hopefully I can destroy them with a slew of bullets as well. Okay. Well, we tried, and I actually got my cockpit into the landing strip behind the missile launchers, which is something. Counts for something, I'm sure. Maybe next time I bring bombs. Wait. What ho? I've remembered something. That is not... what I've remembered is not I should try and retract the landing gear while I'm still in the landing strip. Quite the opposite, because I've remembered that I've also got missiles under this. I put those on last time, whilst I was building this thing, because I'm vaguely intelligent, sometimes. Although not when I'm trying to retract my landing gear and sit on said missiles. That doesn't work. See, 4 Inferno missiles. So actually, what my intention with this thing must have been to get in close, unleashing lots and lots and lots and lots of bullets. The idea of which is to take down their missiles, like so. And then to fire my own missiles, which is what just blew me up. Because I have not attached them properly, evidently. What did I do? Stuck them straight on my undercarriage. Oh, they're hitting my landing gear. Oh, well, that's daft. Now they're wing mounted. That might help. Unless, you know, I shoot my own missiles out from underneath me. But let's be clever about this. So, the plan is to come in close with the guns like we have been doing. And then just as we pull up to make sure that we don't smash directly into them, we loose some missiles on them. That'll work, right? Let's find out. I think we need to approach them from basically straight on as well, because I mean, firstly, we need to be able to get a lock on them. We need to be able to spread bullets in their direction to make sure that their missiles don't blow us to hell and back. Okay, we're within a mile. That's 1 missile launcher down. And I've still got 2 missiles left myself. Amazing. Okay. Managed 1. 2 missiles left. Come on, this should be half the challenge now. This should be half the difficulty. And probably, if I did it the sensible way and flew in the long way round, it would be half the difficulty. But that would be too easy. So, no, apparently... Okay, coming in from behind was not going to work. No, let's get behind a mountain to avoid their lock-on. And then turn it around like this. This should do it. Okay. Do-do-do. Don't get spotted. Whoa! That was very close. And I think they're gone. I think we did it. And with a missile left and everything. Fantastic. That's the missile base gone. Problem solved. Now, where's home base? Let's land back at Avalanche Airport, shall we? If we can find it. Where is the airport? Aha. I recognise that tiny lake. Yep, that's it. Okay. Extra points if we can land back on Avalanche Airport. Actually, I tell you what, let's build up a bit of extra power, because what I didn't do is put air brakes on this. So we're going to have to come in for a very, very long landing run. Long, low, and well-aimed landing run. Because despite all the other little extras I put on, landing gears, sorry, not landing gears, air brakes was not something I thought about. Which was not clever, admittedly. Okay, right down power. Landing gear out. Power all the way off. Coming in at a mere 300 miles an hour. Dead flat. Oh! Oh yeah, the edge of the landing strip is at a slight incline. So close. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that explosive little ending there, I'm going to call it quits. So thank you once again very much for joining me, and I hope you've had as much fun as I have had today. Bye-bye for now.